I'm a big fan of horror movies, and as such, I have a personal tradition in October, in which I watch as many scary movies as I can, good or bad. And this month, I wanted to recommend you some of my favorite scary movies from recent years, so you can watch them too. So here's my top 5 recent horror movies to watch this Halloween. Or whenever you want, because they're really good movies.
Number 5. The Conjuring 2.
The Conjuring 2 follows another adventure of the Warren family, a married couple who specializes in exorcisms and stuff like that. This movie has it all: a haunted house, demonic entities, creepy kids, inverted crosses, and a scary nun. And as any good old scary movie, it's apparently based on a true story. The Conjuring 2 is the sequel to, well, The Conjuring, but in my opinion, you don't really need to watch that one to enjoy this one. Even though the first one is also pretty good, I believe The Conjuring 2 is the superior horror movie.
You're going to die.
Number 4. Train to Busan.
If you like horror movies, then you should know that some of the scariest and creepiest movies come from Asia. It used to be that the best horror films were from Japan, but in recent years, South Korea is killing it in that department. Train to Busan is a zombie movie. It's about a group of people that are inside a train when the zombie apocalypse starts, so they have to survive until they arrive to their destination, hoping that they will be safe there. Most of the characters are great, you get to know and care for them. Among them, you have the brawler with the heart of gold, the young energetic teenager, the little kid that tends to be the voice of reason, and the father, who sucks at his job. They all have to survive not only the zombies, but also the horrible people that will do anything to survive themselves. It's a fast-paced, action-filled zombie movie with actual character development, which is quite rare.
Number 3. It.
Since this is the most recent film on the list, I won't talk much about it. Just know that it's a film about a killer clown that eats kids, it's based on a Stephen King book, and the child actors actually did a pretty good job. There was a miniseries in the 90s about it, but this is not a sequel, it's just another adaptation of the same book, so you can watch this movie without having watched the miniseries. If you like Stranger Things, you'll probably like it. They both revolve around a group of kids solving mysteries that adults refuse to acknowledge, and you'll notice that the Stranger Things has a lot of influences from this story.
Number 2. The Witch.
This is the slowest paced movie of the list, but it's a slow build that creeps under your skin. It's about a Christian family in the 1630s that live by themselves in an isolated farm near a forest, and things start to go wrong. Their baby disappears, their crops die, and rumors of a witch start spreading among them. The family starts turning on each other, becoming more and more paranoid. All the while, creepy stuff keeps happening. The cinematography, the acting, the score are all amazing. They all contribute to make you feel unease. It's one of those movies that once it's finished, you're left sitting there watching the credits with an eerie feeling of dread.
It's not safe! Not with them!
Think on thy sins.
Now, I've seen that in this type of videos, it's like a thing to have honorable mentions before getting to number 1. So here's my quick honorable mentions. Get Out. Great movie, great concept, but not much of a horror movie for me. You'll end up more in a state of self-reflection than a scared one. The Shallows. It's like a modernized Jaws. It's way better than I expected, but it's not great. Lights Out. It's a good film. It has its moments that are genuinely creepy, but overall it's just okay.
Number 1. The Whaley.
Remember what I said about South Korean films? Well, this is another one. The Wailing has a very unique quality to it, in that as the movie progresses, it feels as if the genre of it keeps changing and evolving. We start with our protagonist, a goofy police officer in a small town, And when some kind of infection makes people violent and commit heinous crimes, you're like, okay, I see what I'm getting into. But the officer is not the brightest guy, so how he acts in front of all that is happening gives you the idea that this is some sort of comedy. However, as the mystery unravels and more stuff keeps happening, even the main character abandons all the joyful goofiness he had. This movie goes from crime mystery solving, to evil spirits, to maybe zombies, to demon hunting, to exorcisms, and more. The way this movie evolved from a satirical take on scary movies and turns into one of the creepiest films I've ever seen is amazing. Now, keep in mind that this film has very deep roots in South Korean folklore, of which I knew nothing about and still loved watching it. But afterwards, when I started reading about it, it did make me appreciate the story more. So there you go, 5 great recent horror movies to watch this Halloween. Have you watched any of them? What's your take on them? Which movie did I miss? Let me know in the comments and see you next time.